Hi guys! So I've actually tried filming this video already. I kind of edited it, everything. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was like out of focus. So I'm trying again and it's going to be an empties video, and I've decided I need to kind of do these maybe every 2 months or so instead of piling everything up and hoping that the mess will go away. So I've actually fished everything back out of the bin. Gross, I know, not very classy. So I've got quite a few things to go through, and I'll be honest, the majority of them are skincare and from Lush. So if that ain't your bag, then switch over to another video. I'll link a few down below that may be more interesting, but I'm kind of just going to go through and tell you if I would repurchase them or not. So let's get cracking. So I'll start with skincare first, and the first thing I have is the Body Shop Camomile Silky Cleansing Oil. I've had this for a while. What I will firstly say is this is such a bargain. I think it's about £13 and it lasts absolutely ages. I've had this months and months, and it's just a really nice, silky, as the title would suggest, facial oil that you use to cleanse the face. Gets rid of everything, mascara, eyebrows, eyeliner, the lot. And it even gets rid of like a seriously bold lip, so that is quite a hard thing to do. And I just absolutely love this. I just think it's great for easy removal of your makeup and leaves your skin feeling really nourished, really plump. And I just really like the Camomile range. The cleansing butter I'm still using and absolutely love that as well. So if you're not really a butter kind of person, then there's the oil alternative, and this is great. So I really like this, and at some point down the line I will be repurchasing when I've used every other cleanser I've got going. Does anybody else do that? They kind of just have like 5 cleansers on the go at once? Like, that's not normal. Then I have an eye cream, oh well actually it's an eye gel, and this is the Elemis Fresh Skin Tired Eyes Soothing Eye Rescue. And this is a small like little 15ml, and it lasted absolutely ages. The pump is great because you kind of just press down and it dispenses just the right amount of product. But not only that, it's very hygienic, which I like. Instead of kind of like dipping your fingers into a pot, you can kind of dispense it out onto your finger, rub them together and sort of pat it into the skin, and I find it really revives the under eye area, really adds sort of like hydration, and because it's quite cooling as well because it's a gel, it kind of depuffs and everything and just makes my eyes look more awake. I really like this, and it's not that expensive either. It's from the Elemis kind of younger sort of youth range, which is slightly cheaper than the regular stuff, so I will link that down below. I have only one hair care product in this empties. I don't know why. I kind of had loads of other stuff that I finished and somehow they've ended up in the bin already. Don't know why. Maybe I must have had a little bit of a sort of like nesting moment, as my mum likes to call them. So this is the Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil Heat UV Protective Primer. This stuff is incredible. I really need to repurchase it because it is just so good. I used this when I was in Australia and it just left my hair in such good condition. Considering I was out every day in the scorching sun and by the beach and things like that, I was kind of just spraying it as I was topping up my suntan lotion, and it just kept my hair in really good condition. Well, good for me anyway, bearing in mind that I dye my hair all the time and my hormones are all crazy, so I have done quite well with it. And it's great for just putting into wet hair, into dry hair, and it doesn't leave any residue. It just makes you feel like your hair is really protected. And obviously it's got the invisible oil in it, which I use the hair oil on a regular basis anyway, and it smells nice. The packaging's great. It lasts absolutely ages. This is a 250ml bottle. It lasted me a good sort of 6 months. Obviously I used a lot more of it when I was away because I was kind of spraying it all the time, but I just really like this, and it just makes me feel like my hair is protected from heat, from sun, elements, the lot, and I just really like it, and I definitely need to repurchase. Next I have 2 primers, and I'm not a huge sort of primer kind of, I won't spend a lot of money on a primer. I just kind of find that the like most expensive one I have is the Laura Mercier one. I had the oil free and the radiance, they're both great, but I kind of tend to go for sort of like high street drugstore alternatives when it comes to primers, because I don't know, I just kind of think it's just something that you you know, I don't like spending a lot of money on primers. So the first one I have here is the MaxFactor Facefinity All Day Primer with SPF 20. I really liked this one, especially last year in the summer. I can probably see myself repurchasing this quite soon. It's great for kind of just making your makeup last a lot longer, and especially when the weather's a lot warmer, it kind of just seems to keep it all on your face and not sliding off. It's quite a lotion kind of based primer. It doesn't leave any sort of white residue or anything like that. It kind of just sort of smooths over into the face and keeps everything locked in place sort of all day. I find it makes a massive difference, especially in the warmer months, and I need to repurchase this soon because my other primer is due to run out, so this is a great one for the warmer weather. Then I have the Bourjois Happy Light Luminous Serum Primer, and there is a matte version that goes with this, and I thought I'd love the matte version. I thought this will be great, and I just really didn't get along with it. But the Luminous one is fantastic. It kind of reminds me of Benefit That Gal in that it's obviously pink based and sort of adds a slight luminosity, sort of brightness to the face, and I really like it. It lasted me quite a while considering it's quite a small bottle, and it's for normal to dry skin. My skin is combination slash oily, sorry, and it did work for me. Sometimes you've got to try these things, and obviously with the price being, you know, quite affordable, you can kind of play around a bit, and I found that it just really added a subtle luminosity to the face. It wasn't glittery, wasn't shiny in any way, it didn't cling to any areas where I had more oil. It just seemed to add a really nice healthy glow. So when my skin was looking a bit dull, I was a little bit run down, it kind of just perked the skin up, and I really like this primer. Onto eyebrows, and I have the Soap & Glory Archery brow pen 2-in-1 brow filling pencil and brush. There's two different versions. I love the version with the spoolie on the end, which is filthy. I can't have a brow pencil without the spoolies. It just does not work for me, and this doesn't really suit my sort of eyebrow colour anymore because I've gone darker, but this is a great alternative to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's just like, I think it's like £4 or £5 cheaper, and it just really naturally fills in the brows and just looks really polished and natural, and you can obviously brush out if you put a little bit too much product on. I just think it's an overall great product from Soap & Glory. Then I have an eyeliner, and this is like literally my holy grail eyeliner. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did a post saying it was the greatest, you know, eyeliner of all time, in the words of good old Kanye West. And it is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This stuff does not budge. You can apply the easiest winged liner ever. I'm missing it so much because this is sadly dried out. I got it when I was in Sephora in Sydney, and I do definitely need to stock up when I go to New York, so you can definitely tell that's going to be in a future haul. It's a really great pen. It has a very sort of narrow nib on it, and not only that, but the lid's great because it kind of has like a secondary clasp, like push down. I don't know how to describe it properly, but sometimes lids kind of fall off. This lid does not budge at all, and I found that it just, you could, if you moved it slightly, you could do thicker or thinner lines, and I just think it's great. It's super pigmented and just does not budge, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it again because I've got a Bourjois one on today, and it's just, it's great, you know, it lasts and it looks nice, but it's just not the same. Once you find your holy grail eyeliner, you're going to want it to be around in your life, so definitely going to have to repurchase about 7 of them to make sure that I'm fully stocked up for the future. Finally, onto products from Lush, and as you know, in the past few months I've got a little bit obsessed with Lush. I kind of didn't really get the hype around it, and then all of a sudden I have just fallen 100% in love with the brand. I think they do amazing products. So the first thing that I have completely finished is the Big Sea Salt Shampoo, and the one thing I'll say about this is I kind of wish, I don't know, because it's got like grits of salt, it is quite hard to keep the lid on. That is one thing I will say, the packaging fails the product in this sort of respect. But it's a huge 330g product, and I absolutely love it because it has like these massive bits of like sea salt in it that you kind of like massage into your hair starts foaming, you stood in the shower, and then all of a sudden you're like, why can I feel grains of salt underneath my feet? And I find that quite a funny sensation, but I absolutely love this. It smells like the ocean, first of all. Who doesn't love fresh smelling hair? And not only that, but it has seaweed and coconut to give softness, so you're not sort of, the salt's not drying out your hair in any way. It's really well balanced shampoo, and then it's also got lemons and limes to add shine, which also is great because it's kind of got everything in one while giving you a great amount of volume. It gives you a really good lift to the hair, and not only that, but I find that I don't have to wash my hair as often. It kind of, because it kind of gives a good lift, it just seems to like really clean my hair, and it doesn't get as greasy as quick. So I definitely need to repurchase this, and I seem to be getting everybody into this at the moment. So then I have 2 shower gels, and the first one I have is the It's Raining Men, which is quite a honey based, sweet, soft, kind of creamy shower gel, and I really like this one. But the one I like most is Dirty Springwash, which I featured in my last monthly favourites, and it's kind of spearmint and menthol and just feels so refreshing and so clean on the skin, and it smells a little bit like Airwaves chewing gum, which I really like. It's just a really great, like, reviving, tingling, amazing shower gel, so naturally I bought the next size up. So that's everything that I have today for you in my empties video. Please let me know if this is something that you want to see on a more regular basis, because obviously I've got so much stuff that I try to get through, and then sometimes there's products that I don't necessarily mention on my blog or in videos, and you know, it might be something that you're interested in hearing about. You know, you guys will have to let me know. I hope this video was enjoyable, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!